Hey folks, welcome. My name is Cam. Welcome to a brand new YouTube channel called Community Harmony. As you may have already gathered, this channel is about guitar playing, but hopefully with a difference. Now, there are plenty of YouTube channels out there that are just fantastic YouTube channels for guitar, be it for guitar gear reviews, guitar lessons, covers of some fantastic songs, but hopefully this YouTube channel will prove to be a little bit different to the rest, and the aim here would be to foster a sense of community for not just guitar players, but we'll start with guitar players at least, to all learn together, myself included. Now, I got this idea from a fantastic video that I saw by Paul Davids, who some of you might know, and if you don't, definitely go check him out. He's a great guitar player in his own right, great guitar teacher in his own right as well, and just has some fantastic content on his channel. But we're just coming back to this channel. I got the idea from when I saw a YouTube video on his channel where he collaborated with 10 other YouTubers so that they can improvise over this backing track that he made. And the aim was for these YouTubers to take the viewers through what gear they used, some of the settings that they had on their gear, as well as what their process was for their solo. And this is the bit that really got me. I learned so much from the 10 odd minutes of these YouTubers explaining what they're doing, more than I could have gleaned maybe in a week's worth of guitar study. And this is just a preferential thing. Everyone has their own way of learning, which is totally acceptable. But if you are like me, and if you learn better by doing, but also by hearing what someone else's take on things and seeing how they've done something, and then it just clicks for you, then this is the right channel for you. So what my aim will be is to, in general, play over some backing tracks and take you all through my process. But also I'm hoping, being a community of learners, myself included, that you would indulge me in the comment section. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, how I could have improved on my improvisation or my soloing or whatever the case may be. If you've got a different take altogether on how to approach this backing track, would love to hear it. If you feel so inclined as well, maybe even make your own video and tag me on Instagram on Community Harmony. I'd love to hear from you all. I'd love to just journey with you all in learning how to play guitar, how to be a better guitar player. So you might be thinking, well, what qualifies me to teach someone how to play guitar? Well, nothing, really. I don't have a qualification in music. I am not a professional musician by any measure. I just love guitar. I love playing guitar, and I love learning with other people. And this year, 2020, has been a bit hard in terms of fostering that community of guitar players where we can all come together and learn. With the coronavirus and the social distancing and all that. If there are people like me who like to learn with others as well, then I thought I'd just open up this YouTube channel to myself and others who might be like me. Now, more specifically, the aim for this particular episode, as you may have already gathered from the title, and if you've got some perhaps background knowledge in guitar, if you don't, that's totally fine as well, is to talk about tension and release and the effect that has on the solo and what does that actually do for the solo. So without further ado, let me break down the solo that I played over the track, which is from Paul Davids' Improv Challenge, the video that I talked to you about earlier. So the backing track is available on Paul Davids' Patreon page, and you can go download it there if you want to try solo over yourself. But it's quite simple. It's a backing track in C major, and I'll put the chords on the screen here so you can follow along with what I'm saying. It's in C major, but it has a few chords in there that aren't, technically speaking, part of the scale, and that being the E7 and the F minor. And just from the get-go, those being the things that are sort of interesting about the backing track, those are the things that I decided I would highlight in my tension and release. The first thing I did was I introduced my guitar, so to speak, even before the backing track began, and I used this lick. Pretty simple lick. It lands on the C, which is the one of the starting chord, that being C major. And the first bit of tension that we encounter is the E7, like I said. So what I did is I targeted the notes in E7, that being B and D. It was B and D, and then after I hit the D, I went back for that major third G sharp, because D and G sharp are a tritone apart. They clash, they sound a bit off. But in the context of the backing track, it just gives it that bit of sort of spicy sound, which can be helpful if you sort of release the tension correctly. And I did that just by targeting the notes in the next two chords. And that was the first bit of tension and release. So now that we've well and truly established the start of our solo, and the start of solos could honestly be its entire episode, but we'll leave that for another time, and we've established our first bit of tension and release, the next sort of 6 bars almost flow into each other. But to signify that I'm starting a new bit, what I did is, albeit on a different pickup setting, if that matters, I played the beginning riff again, which is this. And that just sort of helps signify to the listener, look, we've started a new bit. And by and large, the next 2 bars are not much tension or release there. Just at E7, I bent up to the E and then played the harmonic. Nothing interesting there, and then did a multi-step bend through F and C. But the interesting bit here in terms of tension and release comes when the transition between F major and F minor, and that is a very important, because it's quite a unique part of that backing track. So to highlight that, I played this lick to highlight the transition between the F major to F minor, and I highlighted the major third and the minor third there, and it was this. And that was sufficient enough to highlight that transition to make it sound interesting, like there was something, spicy or extra happening there. And to finish off and to release that tension, I just played a quick run through pentatonic box 3 and 4 and just ended on the G, which is quite simple, like this. Now, hopefully you found all that helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have or haven't. Let me know if there's something that I should have explained a little bit slower, or something that I just should have gone through a bit quicker. Anyway, cheers guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what else you'd like me to cover. If you want me to cover the starts of solos, which I honestly think is a huge thing. How to start a solo is, can set you up for a good or bad solo. Cheers guys, and I'll see you next time. So that was it for the first episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've learned something. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know how I can improve. I'm honestly very amenable to feedback. Please be kind. This is my first episode after all. I definitely realize that there are some things I need to fix, some things I need to overcome, things like maybe the mic sounding a bit echoey, and I'm working on that, or things about maybe how I explained how I went about that solo. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know how I can improve. And honestly, I look forward to it. I look forward to learning something new from all of you as my community. And yeah, I hope to see you back next time for another track and more stuff to learn. I'm certainly very excited about this journey, and I hope you are too. If you want to help me out, please subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram, same name, Community Harmony. And I hope to see you back again soon. Have a good day, guys. See ya.